This is the story of Madame Victoria, her rise to power, and her inevitable downfall. In the heart of the city, inside the towering glass building of Falcon Corporation, Madame Victoria ruled with an iron fist. She was ruthless, micromanaging every tiny detail and belittling her employees at every turn. Her staff lived in constant fear of her unpredictable wrath. One moment, she demanded results faster than humanly possible, and the next, she humiliated someone for the slightest mistake. She played favorites, burdening some with impossible workloads while letting others slack off. But worst of all, she trusted no one. To maintain her power, she relied on a spy among her staff, Daniel, a foreigner who had secured his position through deceit. Daniel pretended to be knowledgeable. He agreed with all of Madame Victoria's opinions and reported every small action of his colleagues to her. "Victoria," he whispered one evening, "James and Linda were talking about your decisions. They think you're unfair." Madame Victoria's eyes narrowed. "Ungrateful fools," she muttered. "They don't understand leadership. I'll make their lives miserable." The next day, James and Linda found themselves buried in extra work, with deadlines so tight that failure was inevitable. Despite her iron rule, resentment grew among the staff. They began to see Daniel's true nature. He was a master at pretending, taking credit for others' work and spreading lies. One day, a young employee named Ethan had enough. He secretly recorded one of Daniel's private meetings with Madame Victoria, where he lied about a colleague stealing office supplies. Ethan and a few trusted co-workers compiled evidence of Daniel's incompetence and Madame Victoria's abusive leadership. They reported everything to the company's headquarters. A surprise audit team arrived at Falcon Corporation. Madame Victoria, caught off guard, tried to intimidate them, but the evidence was overwhelming. "You've been reported for abuse of power, discrimination, and unethical leadership," the senior auditor announced. "You're suspended immediately, pending further investigation." As security escorted her out, she glared at her employees. "You'll regret this," she hissed. Meanwhile, Daniel panicked. Without Madame Victoria's protection, his incompetence was exposed. The company fired him instantly. With the tyrant and her traitor gone, the office breathed a sigh of relief. Employees supported each other, working together without fear. Productivity soared, and for the first time in years, Falcon Corporation became a place where people actually wanted to work. Madame Victoria, bitter and disgraced, was never heard from again. As for Daniel, he wandered from job to job, never able to fool anyone again. Justice had been served.